Story of a scared state was not a story of a scared state from the beginning. I was first interested I learned about Wólce Kosowska, and I saw a great potential of the idea of making a certain correlation between the first Jewish merchants who came to Poland in the 12th century and the Chinese community who came and founded Wólce. Initially it was founded by Chinese businessmen in '92, and then it became a center for Asians who export goods for here. And so today there are actually, the majority are Vietnamese, but there are also Indians, and there are still lots of Chinese as the center that we made the performance at GD. But how to make this analogy, how to make this, how to create a story out of it. And so I kind of came here and saw the things, and then I went to see the exhibition at the museum at POLIN. And I didn't know. I went outside and I saw the Jan Karski sculpture, and I kind of thought, and then suddenly like an idea for a story started, and I called Kubą Mikurdą, and I told him, listen, I think I have this idea that we can make something interesting that will be also integrate this context of a Jewish museum, also contemporary art, and also talking about the minority of Chinese who lives in Wólce. And Kubą quite immediately said, I think it's great, it's a great idea, let's meet up. We met, and I came with a synopsis, and I asked him how shall we do it, and I offered to go somewhere to, like, we went out of Warsaw for 3 nights and we wrote it together. This is how it emerged, and slowly other elements came, which were very exciting in this very short period, because this is like the first moment of the creation, and the second moment was to produce it, and it was very short amount of time. It was like in 2.5 weeks basically that we really worked on the thing. And then the actors came, and then speaking with Vape, and speaking with Kimli, and speaking with Piotr, and learning more also about their lives and about their experience with being, 2 of them are Vietnamese and 1 of them is Chinese, so being a minority of that sort. Vape actually works in Wólce, so it was very interesting to get lots of input from her. And I think that working inside the Jewish Museum gave a lot of layers to the thing. And I think it brought some jokes, and it brought some, not only humor, but it brought also some stories or some other layers that I really wanted to present. And I'm very grateful about the freedom that POLIN gave us in writing the script. It was not obvious at all. And I think that because I worked already in Poland and I'm quite familiar with some institutions here, and also with the current political situation and the current situation in Poland, I thought that because we are just making a performance, that it will be, that there is an opportunity to make something that will comment and will react about what we are experiencing right now here, which also present a lot what we are experiencing in other countries or in other places. The element of xenophobia comes back in the play. It comes back quite often. So I told Kubą that because I'm from Israel and because I'm Jewish and in the context of a Jewish museum, don't worry, I will take care about the Jewish jokes. Because Kubą had like a certain, which I understand, a certain wall of like, hey man, like we are going a bit too far. And I told him, no, this is my responsibility, don't worry. Some things needs to be said, some things needs to be spoken. And of course that I was quite scared like to criticize Poland because I'm not Polish in such a blunt way. And Kuba told me, listen, this is I'm taking care of this side, and we can do it. And then once we allowed one another this kind of liberty, everything came very, very fast. Everything came like really in a few days. Everything just fell into place, and we made it. There is something about this, about performance, that it's funny because my other works, like my sculptures, are very much performative, always, like the critics say. And I'm used to work with films a lot, and making something as such, it's like the first time that I actually make it. So like this idea of one-time event, what is very unique in it, that the process is very demanding, and on the other side is the part that you are actually having fun, and that you are actually this is the work, you know, like. So I feel very good showing it to people, and I feel very good right after. And I don't know, we will need to see what other people say. I hope that they liked it. I hope that it went well. I think it was it's very nice to see this group of actors that really in like 10 days in a way, they were casted, and they were immediately got into the project, each one in his own way. And Piotr, for example, Piotr Wong, who is a non-actor, like who came as a miracle, came at 6 p.m. one day when we actually did not have the right actor, and slowly, like, actually fast, but like each rehearsal, like kind of got into it, and the other actors, how they brought, also each one of course got into it, but this again, this process with them, and this devotion to a project, I think that this is what gave all of us the power, like and Diana and Marcin, that gave their experience, and Kimli, that just, I don't know, just gave to the script an amazing interpretation, and Vape that brought from herself like a lot, and lots of stories, and lots of also like kind of verifying lots of facts. So yeah, so I got to thank them as well, like to tell them.